Today I'm framing a vintage newspaper article from 1959. This is going to be a surprise anniversary present from a groom to a bride, and so we want to treat this really extra special, and I'm going to show you how. So first off is the mat and frame selection. So let me show you what I've chosen here. So first off, we're going to do a couple mats. The mat that touches the artwork, we're going to use an art care board from Bainbridge to provide the best acid-free protection. So we're going to put that right next to the edge. And then in between the two mats, I'm going to add a gold fillet, a little surprise little trim that's going to coordinate with the frame. I'm going to show you in a minute. And then for the outer mat, we're going to do a secondary art care board, this time a little darker shade. And what I'm trying to do is really direct the viewer's eye and take it through the tones and shades of this newsprint from dark into light. And then for the frame, this is just so beautiful. This is a frame that's made in France by Larson Jewell, and I love this scroll motif in here. The design I thought was perfect for the wedding theme. And so that's what's going to go on the outside edge. And then I'm going to show you how we did it.
No, it was the history of money. That's what it was. That was pretty cool.
So I've cut the fillet, and I want to show you my trick for applying the tape that goes on this rabbit edge that attaches to the back side of the mat. So I just line them up, use ATG, which is a double-sided transfer tape. Apply it in the center, 2 pieces at one time. Then I just take my razor blade, slice right down the middle, pull that released paper off, and the tape is applied, and it's ready to go underneath the mat. So we apply it in there, get it taped in, the fillet, and then we do a little adjusting. We apply some tape on the back, and it'll be ready to go. All right, so next, installing the fillet, and I am using a special frame sealing tape, and this is a metal-backed barrier tape that prevents any of the acids from the wood leaching out and causing harm inside the framing package. So here's how I apply it. So I am just doing a rough little measurement, cutting it here. Then when you peel this off, you can see the metal back behind that. So I'm covering it up and getting it really close to the edge. And that's part of the reason I have another mat as a barrier too. This isn't in direct contact with the artwork. That's really important. So the mats are done. Now comes time to actually mount the newsprint to the backing board. So let me show you how to do it. So we'll remove the mat carefully, and I'm going to add a weight to the center here so it doesn't slide around, because I've got it right in the position I want it. So for mounting the document, because newsprint is so light and delicate, I want to match that with the same weight of tape. Now this is Filmoplast P90. It is an archival acid-free tape that's used in largely in picture framing, and I'll show you how to make a T-hinge. This is the way I like to do it. So we're just taking off about 1 inch or so of the tape. I'm going to apply it to the back of the newsprint, but only about 1/4 inch or so. You can see that, leaving out the majority of the tape on the outside. And here's the trick. This is why it's called a T. So the other portion of the tape goes right over the top of it. So I'll just burnish it down a little bit with my fingernail or a burnishing bone and get a nice good contact. So I'll do this a couple more places around the top and on the sides to pull it nice and taut. So it'll look great. So now for cutting the glass, I've already got a piece of TrueView museum glass. It's a conservation grade glass with a UV absorbing an anti-reflective coating on it. So it really looks invisible. It's gonna look great on the piece. So I've already measured and marked where I'm gonna cut. So I'm lining up the ruler. And you're gonna see how easy this is. So I like to use just a hand cutter, glass cutter, and we just make a score. And then we pop it. Piece of cake. All right, so I've got the artwork turned upside down, frame upside down. I'm fitting it together. I'm using a Fletcher nail point driver, which is really slick to get that all buttoned up. And then I'm applying ATG along the side again. And I just do that by hand, because next will come the paper, the dust cover paper on the back. And that's to give it a nice finished edge. So that goes on the back like so. I'll crease the edge here, and then I just take a razor blade and slide it down the side. And next will come the wire. All right, and now for the wire. So I'm gonna start by measuring down from the top, and generally the wire needs to be 1/3 of the way down, the length of the frame. I'll use a little awl here to start my pilot hole. I'm using just a 1-hole D-ring hanger. But after I get this in, I'm going to show you how to tie the wire on. Okay, I like to use a coated stainless steel wire. I like the coating, it really grabs the hook nicely on the wall so the picture doesn't slide. And it's also finger friendly for me. All right, so I'm going to start the wire by coming under the hook like this, kind of stretching the wire to see how high it needs to hang, and then I'm folding it over. So I've just bent it around. Now I'm going to go under and go back through to make a double loop. This is really important to do. If you don't do this, there's a chance that the weight of the picture could pull the wire out of the knot, which is bad. So from now, I'm just gonna make it nice and neat, wrap tightly. About 4 or 5 times is all you need to do. And then just trim it. All right, so we're ready to see the finished product. And here's the finished product. I can't wait for him to see it.